Hello, my name is Keshwani. It's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT Review, the official guide. If you do not own this book, buy it immediately. You will find it at mba.com. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 175, problem number 172. Problem solving number 172, the very first problem in the second column. Let's take a look at it. It says, which of the following describes all value of x for which this is true? 1 minus x squared is greater than or equal to 0. 1 minus x squared is greater than or equal to 0. Let's see what we can do here. Let's add x squared to both sides. That tells me that 1 is more than or equal to x squared. Now from there we have to find out the value of x, and that's the tricky part for a lot of people. So let me give you a couple of examples here. Let's start with something simple here. If I tell you that a squared equals 25, what can you tell me about a? A must be, and don't say a must be 5, that's not the complete answer. The complete answer is that a must be either positive or negative 5. Because in either case, when I square it, I will end up with 25. So if a squared is 25, it tells me that a could be either positive 5 or negative 5. It is the negative root that people forget to pay attention to. Let's change this equality into inequality. If I tell you that a squared is less than or equal to 25, what can you tell me about a? This is the part that is the tricky part for some people. It tells me that a, whatever it is, has to fall between either a positive 5 or a negative 5. That transition from here to here is a tricky part for a lot of people. Why is that? In an equality, we can simply say that a is either positive or negative, either positive 5 or negative 5. When we're dealing with inequality, whether it is a squared is less than or equal to or more than equal to, doesn't matter. We fall in, if it's more than, we'll fall in the outside part. But when it's less than, it has to be between negative 5 and positive 5. Why is that? Let me show you why. Here's my negative 5, there's my positive 5. If you pick any number, in this range, say for example a negative 4, when you square it, excuse me for a second. Oh my, excuse me. If I have a negative 4 and if I square it, negative 4 squared is 16, of course, which is less than or equal to 25. You see? Whether it is negative 2.1 or whether it's a negative 3.7 or whether it's a negative 4.9, anything in this range, when I square it, it's going to be less than 25. Similarly, on the positive range here, from here to here, whether it is 0.1 or 1.25 or 3.7, any numbers from 0 to 5, when I square it, it's going to be less than 25. So it satisfies this condition that the a squared is less than 25, which means the a, whatever it is, has to fall in this range from negative 5 to positive 5. See, right here, from negative 5 to positive 5. This exact same thing applies here. Since 1 is more than x squared, or if you like, I'm going to write the other way around here. X squared is less than or equal to 1, so we can compare the two here. You see, x squared is less than or equal to 1. A squared is less than or equal to 25. Since this thing is between negative 5 and positive 5, this x has to be between a negative 1 and a positive 1. That's the range of x. That's the range of x. X has to fall. X has to fall in this range because, in other words, a negative fraction or a positive fraction, when you square it, it's going to be less than 1. Obviously, it's going to be less than 1 because if it's a fraction, which is what it is, if you're between 0 and 1, you have a fraction, whether it is 3/4 or 1/2 or 3/8 or 7/8. When you square it, you end up with a fraction, which you end up again at a fraction which is less than 1. The fact that you end up with a fraction which is less than the original fraction is besides the point here. The point is it's going to be less than 1. So the correct answer is that x is between -1 and +1. And how do you write it? This is how you write it. X has to be more than or equal to -1 or less than or equal to +1. That's your answer. What do we have? Well, there you go. Answer choice is the answer. That's it. That's all it is. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found that explanation helpful. If you wish to buy my DVDs in which I show you the solutions to all the math problems, or if you wish to hire me for personal private tutoring, in either case, send me an email. Go to my website at www.prep4gmat.com. Alright? Thank you.